Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? How is your weekend going? Saturday, 21st, the month of March. We are marching into the month of March. As we march into Proverbs and what Proverbs says about narcissistic, toxic, abusive partners, abusive relationships. And please note, as we're going through this, it's not just men who are abusive, toxic, narcissistic. No, also women are. And today in chapter 21, we are told, you'd rather live in a desert than with a wife who is nagging. So as we speak about the book of Proverbs 21 today, please keep that in note. My name is Wanjiko Murigi. I am a counseling psychologist based in Kenya, Nairobi. Sometimes, when you're in an abusive relationship, actually not sometimes, most of the times what you notice is the partner who's abusive, the partner who's narcissistic, the partner who is toxic. It is like every time they sense a bit of joy, a bit of peace, just a little bit of positivity, a little light in you, they are very quick to pour water on it, to wash it away, to smear mud on it, to make life extremely miserable for you when you have just had that. Try putting on some music that you can dance to, having a glass of wine, or feeling nice about yourself. And as a Christian, you're not supposed to, okay, my belief. Anything that is going to change or alter your way of thinking, I will keep off. So you're there, you're dancing, you're enjoying your music, your ice cream, and having a good time. The words that will come out of that human being's mouth will not be very pleasing. It will be like, what are you trying to show? What are you trying to make the neighbors think? Everything to demean you or to make you feel like, you're not supposed to be in that mood. It will be them making you make eggs 100 different ways until you get so frustrated that you will not even want to enjoy that music, that you may not even want to pray or even read the word, or yes, it's like that. They want to suck out life from you. And you may ask yourself, but why? What is wrong with this person? Or what is wrong with me? Proverbs 21 is giving us an answer. Come, sit as usual, listen to Wanjiko's, do I call it wisdom, but not my own, guided by the Lord. And this is what it says. Proverbs 21:10. It states that the wicked crave for evil. Their neighbors get no mercy from them. And remember here, the neighbor is not the one who's living next door. The neighbor can be you. It can be your children. It can be anyone related to you who is in contact with them. It's anyone who is bringing light, joy, some sort of positivity that this person feels with you. But surely, why? Right? We connect it to verse 25, and it says, the craving of a sluggard will be death of him, because his hands refuse to work. This can be in two ways. It can be first a lazy person and also a wicked person. And wicked, we'll get, Proverbs 21 also gives us a definition of who the wicked person is. So let's see. This person, the reason as to why they cannot let you be, it's because of the craving of evil. Let me describe craving, and I think most women will understand this. I have never gone through it, but I know, sorry, that's my baby crying, coughing. But I have had enough times. There are moments that I just want. However, it's just wanting doesn't always mean that you get. I'm sure all of you have heard about women who are pregnant. And the first time I actually was told about how cravings for a pregnant woman can go haywire, I was in campus. And this teacher was teaching us sociology, if I'm not wrong. And it came to a point where we were talking about human behavior. So a craving of a pregnant woman, middle of the night, what you want is mutura. What do you call mutura in English? Intestine. And they want it, the ones that are bought by the roadside. And the woman will not rest until they have had the taste of, please keep this word in your mind, mutura. It's roasted intestines that are sold in many places by the road. I forget, they have an English word. But I think it's called African sausage. If I'm not wrong, it's African sausage. Whomever who's going to know what I'm talking about, kindly let me know the English term for it. But even for simpler terms, you can even say like viazi mwitu. Those are, or viazi karai. Those are fries those are potatoes that are sold by the streets. And they're very common in Kenya. So you'll find a woman in the middle of the night, a pregnant woman, not just any woman, in the middle of the night. This is what they want. Babe, baby, I feel, baby wants, and this is what you want. I have not experienced it, I hear that there are women who will literally, the Kikuyu in me, literally cry tears, wail for that particular thing that they're asking for. So a craving can be so bad that you become restless. And this is what happens to them. They become extremely restless. Yes, I've had cravings of things like chevda, which are my favorite snack, or like what? Or like a cup of coffee, but I don't have to get it. But now when the Bible says the wicked crave evil, it's because, and the evil that they crave will still be the end, the death of them. It's because they will go out and search for it. They will see Wanjiko in such a good mood, you and I, in such an amazing mood. You want to go out, you want to dance, you're having peace in your soul, you're listening to some really good music. But this person will decide hell has to break loose for you. They will decide that you cannot. How do you, who is very beneath them, have a good time? Like it doesn't register in their minds how you who's supposed to be dying, or you who's supposed to be at the mercy of them, is having a good time. So what they will do is ensure that whatever they do, for the life of them, that you shall not breathe that amazing air, dance that music that you've been longing to listen to, have the amazing meal that you've decided to prepare for yourself and even for your family or for others. The neighbor that has decided to wash the compound, this is when this human being will decide, muddy shoes, let us walk. And you don't need to wonder anymore. It's a craving that they have. However, this craving that they have of evil, here on the Bible, 21st, the Proverbs 21, says that also this craving that they have, and they always meet their craving, will be their death. All right? And also, so it describes, two thoughts are coming to my mind at the same time. Because also in Proverbs 20:21, we are being advised that the righteous one takes note of the house of the wicked and brings the wicked to ruin. In terms of, to ruin, it can be in terms of justice, like we have been talking about the last couple of days. Also that when you watch You don't need to go through the same experience that you're seeing. Like, you can see this person is in a toxic, abusive, narcissistic relationship, yet they keep moving. Like, this is where you're told, let somebody else's experience be your guide. You don't have to experience everything. Like, if I'm the one who has gone through such a relationship, you don't need to go through it to prove that it exists. Like, if you're righteous, and righteousness is very much connected to someone who's clever, someone who's sharp in their mind, someone who thinks. So if you have seen it, why do you want to do the same thing? An example, it's like you seeing someone who drinks and becomes extremely reckless, and you want to do the same thing. It's seeing someone who drinks and drive, and you want to do the same thing. I think that one is just going to hit more home better. All right. Something else that chapter 21 tells us is that we keep talking about wicked people. We keep talking about the toxic, abusive. But who's this person? It is the toxic person. And also, I've been asked who a mocker is, because we have said about if you try and correct a mocker, mockery will find you. But who's this person? In verse 24, it says, the proud and arrogant person, mocker is his name. Or do you say mocker is his name? And there you have who this person is. The other thing that it says about a narcissistic, toxic, abusive person in this chapter is that you remember I've said that this person, the craving for the violence, would be the death of them. Now, the reason as to why even this would be the death of them, it's because these are the people whom, if you've been in this kind of relationship, you know, you can reach a point of desperation in terms of you've given everything, you've explained everything, and all you want is peace. That's a very unique place to be, and a very sad place to be, because you'll be crying your heart out. You will be completely defenseless, or you will feel that you are defenseless. You will have done everything possible to ensure that the relationship, the marriage lasts. Looking for help, you'll be accused of washing your dirty linen outside. Talking to the parents can turn against you, and you become the one who's causing their child to behave in this way. Your children may have reached a point where they can't deal with it anymore. An example would be your children very often running away or attempting to take their own lives. You know, it can be like, you know, when everything is so bad, or do I say so negative, and you've cried and you've pleaded and you have nothing else to give, like you've given even your blood, your sweat, your everything to this person, but when you cry out to them, they won't listen, like they won't hear you. Because remember also we say that these are people whose emotions are completely, they've checked out. And because the emotions have checked out, your tears, your pleading, your sadness, your loneliness, your near death really does not move them at all. And the reason as to why we are told that this craving is going to be the death of them, it's also because when you don't hear the cry of someone who's innocent, chapter 21 is stating that even on the day that you are, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but in a similar situation, no one is also going to hear you. And most probably, no one is going to come to your rescue. That this is where we say, like, what goes around comes around. Like Proverbs, you're something else. What goes around really does come around. That even this person can be at their end, and no one will hear them because also they were not human enough to hear the cry of I'll want to also add this one. It's like the story of Pharaoh and the children of Israel while they were in Egypt. He didn't know that these children had already been ordained, chosen, called. And anytime that Moses would go and tell him, kindly let the people go so that they can offer the sacrifices to God, he would increase the punishment. He would increase their workload. He will just continue making life really difficult for them. And it went on and on. Him losing his firstborn son, whom we all love our children, but the first one, there's a way that the first one makes you feel I've conquered. I am the guy. I am the lady. I am the woman. Him losing that child, he goes like, well, maybe now they can go. And they do go. But you see, all this time, he's been so harsh, he's been so mean, he's been very unreasonable and merciless and ruthless. And so when they go in, when he finally lets the Israelites leave, and they go and they have started their journey and they're on their way, wickedness does not allow him to let them go 100%. It's those ones you're giving with a half hand, mkono birika. You have a tight fist when you're giving. And because of that, they leave and they go. And read, it's in Exodus if I'm not wrong. They leave and they go, and halfway or some distance away, they have gone and they go to the Red Sea. And you know the story, and the sea has parted. And then the children of Israel and Moses sees that Pharaoh and his army are following them, like very, very hastily following them. What happens is that the children of Israel, we call them the righteous, manage to cross the sea. And as soon as the last one has stepped out of danger, and Pharaoh and his army are already in the sea, the walls break. The walls of the water, not the concrete wall. No. The walls of the water cave in. And you know, at that time, there's screams, there's crying, because that water can't come and just drown you and you're there feeling macho. But no matter how much they were screaming, no matter how much they cried, there was no salvation for them. That's the same thing with narcissistic, toxic, abusive partners. That I think that's the best that I can do to compare them, and what it means that even on the day that they are crying for help, that there will be no rescue for them. Okay? So please do not allow yourselves to get into this relationship and you're already learning. And you know, the worst thing about learning is you cannot unlearn. You have heard, you cannot unhear it. It's there in you. Don't allow yourself to go in at a few years later, and then they are saying, I saw and I didn't. Some go into these things truly without knowing. Like truly, you didn't know. You were innocent in this thing. However, these people, they always know. And they're those ones who also, you also go in because you believe that this person is going to change. We've talked about red flags turning green. So there's a difference when you see and you want a change, and when you go in knowing, have been told, have experienced, but still you say, I do to this person. There's a huge difference. So then, call for Proverbs 21 is that when you see it, when you have been warned, when you have almost quote unquote experienced it through somebody else, don't allow yourself to also experience it. Save your soul and save your children as well. That's it from me today. We shall see you tomorrow, Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye.